Hi guys, so just wanted to give my take on everything that's going on with ASAP Rocky, birth name Rakim. He's been in a Swedish prison since July 3rd, and the prosecutors now have a couple of days, I think it's like maybe 3 days actually, until the 25th to formally charge him with a crime. They got extensions to keep holding him. He hasn't been officially charged and so on. So today, July 22nd, the Swedish authorities made some other decisions. So let me just share with you what this report is saying. So today, July 22nd, Swedish authorities decided not to pursue charges against a man who allegedly harassed ASAP Rocky. The prosecutor's office in Stockholm said the man is no longer suspected of any crime. Prosecutors in Sweden will not pursue charges against a man who allegedly harassed American rapper ASAP Rocky last month, provoking an apparent brawl that landed the two-time Grammy nominee in jail on assault charges, authorities said Monday. In a statement, the prosecutor's office in Stockholm said a preliminary investigation into allegations of abuse, assault, and attempted assault against the man, who has not been identified, had been discontinued. He is no longer suspected of any crime, the statement said. Rocky and his two co-defendants remain behind bars on charges of allegedly assaulting the man on a Stockholm street after headlining the Smash X Stadium Hip Hop Festival last month. Rocky's lawyer, Slobodan Jovic, has said that the rapper and his entourage begged and pleaded with the man to leave them alone. Video posted to Rocky's Instagram account seemed to back up the story, and the prosecutor's office appeared to confirm that version of events on Monday. They came into a situation where he acted in self-defense. Jovic, and I know I'm butchering that name, this is ASAP Rocky's attorney, told reporters last week, adding that the man was violent and harassed the group. Prosecutors don't see the video the same way. So, in this same statement today, the prosecutor, Daniel Sundsson, said that someone in Rocky's entourage then pushed the man, grabbed him by his neck, and lifted him a few meters. The man then threw his headphones at someone in Rocky's group, Sundsson said, adding this could be considered a right to self-defense. So that's the end of the statement. But so we've seen the video where, the first video that was released was Rocky and his team handling this guy. And the guy, they're talking about it as if it were just one guy, but it was more than one guy who was following them around. But we've also seen the video too, where they, ASAP and his crew was like begging them to leave him alone. And the guy kept following them. So we all saw that. But the prosecutors in Sweden is saying that's not how we see it. So, in other words, the white men who wouldn't stop following and harassing ASAP Rocky and his people, similar to how George Zimmerman wouldn't stop following Trayvon Martin, are the victims. Well. Cry me a river. I won't be signing any petitions to free ASAP Rocky, birth name Rakim. I won't be wearing any free ASAP Rocky t-shirts. Won't do it. In 2015, and why? Because a lot of African Americans feel this way, but I just want to, recap why, because this is the reason why. In 2015, ASAP Rocky was asked to speak on Ferguson. And, that's the situation where Mike Brown was shot dead by a cop. Okay. And so what ASAP Rocky said in this interview is, quote, "So every time something happens because I'm black, I got to stand up. What the fuck am I, Al Sharpton now? I'm ASAP Rocky. I did not sign up to be no political activist. I want to talk about my motherfucking lean, my best friend dying, the girls that come in and out of my life, the jiggy fashion that I wear, my new inspirations and drugs. I don't want to talk about no Ferguson and shit because I don't live over there. I live in fucking Soho and Beverly Hills. I can't relate. I'm in the studio. I'm in the fashion studios. I'm in these bitches' drawers. I'm not doing anything outside of that. That's my life. So, of course, if you remember this, there was a lot of backlash. And he didn't apologize for what he said until almost a year later. Even with all the backlash, a year later, he tried to give us a half-ass, whack-ass apology on the Breakfast Club. But even in that whack apology, he even said, we, as if he's not a part of us. But, you know, we, black folk, only tend to get upset when black folks are killed by cops. First of all, that's not true. Secondly, that's not what mainstream media is going. The mainstream media doesn't care to show all of the work that's happening in these communities, in these streets, by community organizers, churches, and so on, trying to make a difference in the community. They don't care about that. That's not the story that gets the press. So we care about all of it. And on top of that, yes, anytime anyone is abusing power and authority to just shoot you, because they are legally, the benefit of the doubt is on their side because they're police officers, yeah. We kind of need to speak out against that loudly too. It's not an either or situation, but that's how he framed up his apology. So it took him, though, almost a year after that quote I just read about the Ferguson situation for him to even give us a whack ass apology. So I'm not gonna feel any kind of sympathy for ASAP Rocky. You know, I don't hope that he gets killed or anything while he's over in this Swedish prison. But as far as like, oh, poor ASAP Rocky, somebody needs to come to his rescue. No, I'm not on that bandwagon at all. So Donald Trump, after speaking to Kanye West about ASAP, intervened in the case, telling the Swedish Prime Minister that the rapper wasn't a flight risk and that he'd personally vouch for ASAP Rocky's bail. Y'all, you just cannot make this shit up. So, of course, Donald Trump will get on the propaganda train to support a sellout like ASAP Rocky, birth name Rakim. Of course, Kanye and Kim would be out here stunting and praising Trump, continuing to insult black people's intelligence, making a mockery of our people's plight in this governmental system of white supremacy. We're supposed to be impressed by the Trump West Selective Nigger Redemption Program, forgiving his call for the execution of the Central Park 5 teens, his refusal to retract his statement or apologize after the DNA evidence cleared them, and all of his recent bigotry towards black and brown people. So come to think of it, actually, Donald Trump is a perfect savior for ASAP Rocky, birth name Rakim. So may ASAP Rocky find comfort on his yoga mat that he's allegedly sleeping on in the Swedish jail, which is still better than the Ferguson Street on which Mike Brown's body lay for 4 hours after he was shot dead by a white cop on a racist police force. But you're not black, you're ASAP Rocky. Okay, Rakim. Okay.